What's up guys, Vlad here. So what I got here is the latest CPU air cooler from DeepCool. It's the AK620 model and this is a dual tower design cooler with two 120mm fans. What's also interesting about it is that it has this new DeepCool design approach with a bit of sharper edges. I don't know how to explain it, but I like this new direction they are going. Well, let's start with the unboxing. We also have the new packaging design as well, so no more that blue-greenish color all over, so it's a mix of carton, white color and subtle accents of that blue-greenish color. So in the box you will of course get the cooler itself with the fans already attached to it, and an accessories box. In it we have all the necessary mounting clips for all major Intel and AMD CPU sockets, Y-splitter cable for the fans, and as well as a thermal paste and a screwdriver, so pretty much you are ready to mount it and you do not need any tools as you are getting everything in the package. You also get the user's manual within this cool envelope. It feels premium and fancy, also read it, it will help you understand how to mount the cooler on your CPU socket. The dimensions of the cooler are 138mm wide with both fans, 129mm tall, and the height of the cooler is 160mm. So this means it will fit in almost every case out there, as the majority of the cases have a 165mm clearance for the CPU cooler. Regarding the RAM clearance, it is 47mm, so once again most of the RAM sticks will fit under it, as the right fan will overhang the RAM slots. If your RAM sticks are taller than this, you can reposition one of the fan to the other side of the cooler. Shouldn't be an issue, but at least you can do it. The cooler is some 1465 grams heavy, so it's a beast for sure. The design is standard U-shape 2-tower design with dense fins array, and it also has a cool square pattern design on the fins. This is done for the noise suppression and to help with airflow as well. The exact model of the fans is DF12025112CM, and it's a fluid dynamic bearing type, which in return should make you feel safe as it will last long enough. They are also quiet, up to 28 decibels max thanks to its PWM mode with a range of 500 RPM up to 1850 RPMs. Fan airflow is rated at 68.99 CFM with an air pressure of 2.9mm AQ, so they can push air nicely through those dense fins. They also have rubber on each corner. This is done to reduce any vibrations that they may produce. Connection is a standard 4-pin PWM fan connector with an included Y-splitter if your board does not support 2 fan connections for the CPU cooler. Regarding the pipes, it's 6 copper heat pipes going to the base and being soldered there for a better heat transfer. They are all 6mm in diameter, the base is machine polished and you can see the marks of it, not an issue at all. And everything is nickel plated, this is just for better looks of course. The installation process is extremely easy. For any CPU socket, they are using a similar solution as Noctua coolers, and it's pretty simple yet effective. Make sure to consult the user's manual to see which parts you need to use for your CPU socket. In my case, I am using AM4 socket, so there is no need for an extra backplate, it uses AMD's own backplate. You just need to remove the original fan clips and use provided screws. Put the brackets on top and use the included thumb screws, which I recommend you tighten afterwards with a screwdriver. Apply the included thermal paste on the CPU, and after that you need to remove the middle fan as the screws are positioned there. Align it with the brackets and tighten each side equally. Do not worry about over-tightening, as the screws have a spring in them and they will stop once tightened all the way. Once you have done this, reattach the middle fan and connect both fans to your motherboard, or first to the Y-splitter cable, then to your board, depending again if your board has 2 or just 1 CPU fan header. Mine has 2, so I took advantage of this. It's one less cable. So in a nutshell, this is it, one dope looking cooler. I like the new design that features zero RGB. It has these 2 plates on top of the cooler to give it a better look. Patterns here are also some squares to complement the design on the heatsink itself. And I like the new DeepCool logo, subtle and elegant in the corner, nothing flashy, no RGB, just plain good looking logo. The overall design is futuristic and modern and will fit within any build. But what about the performance? For this test, I used the Ryzen 9 3900X, which is one of the hottest CPUs. For the results to be representative, I have used manual OC of the CPU and a fixed voltage. AIDA64 stress testing after some time yields a stabilized max temperature of 77 degrees Celsius. Now this is not bad considering that I did a test in a closed case. Also from DeepCool, the new CG560, which you will see more in the next video. So for the test, I have used AIDA64 but with CPU, FPU, cache and memory stress tests to literally push the CPU to its limits. So pretty much this is a worst case scenario, and the cooler is capable, that is for sure. So during gaming, temperature ranged from 55 to 63 degrees depending on the game and the load at the moment in the game, pretty much more than decent results. So it is safe to say that this cooler can be compared to Noctua NH-D15S and NH-12A cooler as well. It's somewhere in the middle of both of them. Now what is more interesting is its price, which is around $70 compared to the Noctua's offerings. This is some $30 cheaper and yet has the same performance. Nice job DeepCool, really nice job. So mostly positive stuff with this cooler. There is one little quirk. I would have liked it if they included a third set of fan clips, so users can purchase a third fan to boost it up a bit. I believe that with a third fan this cooler would be a killer combo. But even without it, it's amazing for sure. Huge thanks goes to DeepCool for sending the cooler and also CG560 case, which you will see more in the next video. Until then, stay safe, subscribe to the channel, it really helps a lot, like and share the video, and I'll see you in the next one.